You're listening to Dude Podcast with JC and Will. Put some pep in that step. Enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm JC.
And I'm Will. And you are listening
to Dude.
Hello, welcome. It's just the two of us this time.
Yeah, just we have, well, he's there. That's the weird thing. It is like having a producer is kind of strange because like he's there. You know, you just have to.
He is there.
You might not be able to see him, but he's there.
We're just like giving him little winks and signals. If you watch on YouTube, if you see a strange movement, that's just us giving our producer a little signal.
It's like
baseball-like signals.
Yeah, like Predator. He has the camouflage where you can't see him. So what I'm saying is maybe he could be behind me or you, and we wouldn't even know because he's got that, world class. They're still making those movies, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They just made one. Like, none of these movies are making any money, and then a Predator movie comes out, and it makes like $50 million. All these good movies have been coming out, and no one's going to the movie theater anymore. But then Predator comes out, and people go. It's the darndest thing, man. I like to go at obscure times when no one else goes. I did One Battle After Another, the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
I heard that movie was weird.
It's awesome. It's best. I thought it was the best movie I've seen in years.
Have you ever, as like an adult or like even like in the college age, walked out of a movie because you're like, this is so bad. This is a terrible movie.
No, I've never walked out of a movie.
In high school, a friend of mine, we went to see A League of Extraordinary Men.
By the way, it was League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, not men.
Yeah, gentlemen. It is truly. I should go back and watch it because I remember thinking like my friend and I went and we were like, this great story. We were thinking the whole time like this is a terrible movie. This movie's so bad. And at one point, I think I've told you this. A man stood up and goes, "This movie sucks," and he just walks out. He screamed it. He wanted the whole theater to know this is a terrible movie. And I think that collectively everyone's like, yep. Don't blame him. It does suck, sir. It does suck.
but none of them had the bravery of that man to just like at some point you're like, God, we should have been like that guy.
Let me tell you something. I'm just now remembering I walked out of another movie, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So, like you, I was like, all the actors are in this are amazing. And I was like riding off this James Bond high, like this Casino Royale, like one of my all-time favorite movies. And I'm like, this movie's going to be awesome. Daniel Craig. It's going to be action-packed. It's going to be fun. Didn't read the synopsis of the movie.
You got to know what you're in for. I thought it was pretty good, but I knew what I was in for.
We were rushing it like, who decided this is a great topic for a movie? And we walked out. We were like, this is terrible.
Pretty dark. Yeah, it's a dark one.
Yeah, it is a dark one. Don't recommend that. That is not on Will's Rotten Tomatoes must see.
Something that I thought was really funny. So, do you know who Francis Ford Coppola is?
Yeah, of course. He's famously directed The Outsiders, which was filmed here in Tulsa.
Yeah, so Francis Ford Coppola, like, film legend. He did The Godfathers. He did Outsiders. He did, like, Apocalypse Now, Dracula, like, some of the most, like, influential movies ever. Well, there was this movie that he was, like, trying to make for years called Megalopolis. So this movie was, like... what is it? His magnum opus, right? His final, the achievement. He's like, yes, I've done Godfather, I've done all these great movies, but that's nothing. I got this, and like supposedly the film like cost like hundreds of millions of dollars, and like he had to sell like homes to finance this thing and like all this stuff, and had really big time actors. Like if you look at like the cast, I mean the cast is like unbelievable. It's just a really really good cast. And to your point, apparently it is just terrible. And so I saw there was this clip.
I read somewhere like halfway through filming, you could see it on his face. Apparently, like he he was like, "Oh no, I think I'm making a dud of a movie." I've read that, but sorry, but continue. But I've
What a
heard the same-
horrible realization. But by the way, because you know that's pretty scary. But you know too, like as a director, that has to come. If you're good at what you do, that has to like you have to have that thought like a third of the time where you're like, oh no, like this isn't any good. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
But anyway, so the thing that's hilarious is there was this thing going around the internet where like these people would go, like no one's going to see this film. Like it made no money. It was a complete flop, cost hundreds of millions of dollars. And it was these guys who would go to Megalopolis and like they would just yell Megalopolis, and they would just like do these strange things during the filming of the movie that were like, it was so funny. Like they would just like they would all boo in unison, or they would like, it was just like it was very choreographed to whatever was going on, and the movie was so terrible that like it was like it's absolutely hilarious. And so
I still think Napoleon Dynamite is one of the most brilliant movies ever because it was very, very funny, very absurd, super silly, and like I think it cost next to nothing to make that movie.
Yeah,
and I was like, I kind of miss movies that are like that, like low stakes. You can laugh at it; it's fun. I think he's kind of like a. I mean this in the best respects to the director, Jared Hess. He's kind of like a poor man's Wes Anderson, almost. Like he kind of
I can see that.
Like
yeah, it's a really good. I don't know. It wouldn't be an analogy, but there are similarities. I see that.
Yeah,
that works.
And he also directed like Nacho Libre, and I'm like, man, I kind of miss movies like that. They're just kind of, they're not too, they don't take themselves too seriously. I don't know. I miss that. I know. Fun.
I know. I do as well. And that's the problem. There's too much now. That's the other issue. There's just too much out there, and it's the same problem. It's like it's not good. There's not enough good stuff too. It's like it's a lot of trash.
Unlike this podcast.
Unlike this
tier quality of entertainment.
Incredible podcast. We never talked about this. I got my I had my surgery.
You did. I don't know. Are you willing to share the picture on YouTube of your scar?
No.
This scar, it looks like somebody murdered Grimace. Like, it's disgusting. JC, talk about it. How did it look like that? How did it come to look like that?
Yeah, there have been some very interesting things people think it looks like. So,
it's somewhat suggestive, yeah.
So yeah, I think it is. So I had what's commonly referred to as a sports hernia, which is not a hernia, right? I have to always state that because everybody's like, "Oh, I know what you had," and I'm like, "No, you don't." Like it actually is different. And basically, what it is it's one of the muscles that connects to like your abdomen to your like groin area. Like it rips. It's not like a straight rip, but it's like it's ripped. And the problem is because it's always in motion, basically, where it's being utilized so much, and supposedly because the blood flow is so bad. This is what the doctor told me. I have no idea. He said the blood flow is so bad that it unless you are like sedentary, meaning like I were to hang out in bed for like a month and a half, like it's not going to heal. Like hernias happen all the time. Hernias happen with age. Like for whatever reason, there's something loose or there's something like aging happen, whatever. Sports hernias are
You
not
are
like
saying,
that.
to be clear, you're saying age. It sounds like you're saying
Hold on.
AIDS.
So,
Age,
yeah,
right?
not AIDS. Not AIDS. Want to be very clear. Age.
I thought like hernias happen like when you sneeze too hard or something. Like
True. That could happen, or or just age, or you move. Sports hernias traditionally happen while you're doing something you, athletic or something like
strenuous, yeah.
it's strenuous and something, and it's typically, since it's that muscle, you can feel it almost instantaneous when it happens. And what I did, and when that
This was the
happened to
corn suckers,
me,
right?
it was corn suckers. And I remember it. I remember it vividly. We had to get 10 outs to complete the game, right? And if someone drops the ball, I dove for it. I was like, I'm not going to drop this. I can't disappoint the team. And I went, and I knew as soon as I landed, I'm like, oh, like it was like, that was it. And then it was like,
what did it feel like?
It's like a shock. It's almost like a shock. Like when something like that happens, it's like, I think the best description I can say is it's like just a jolt of pain. It's like, again, it's like a shock almost. It's like a jolt of pain, and then it subsides, but then it's just like something's off. Like that's the thing. It wasn't one of these things where I'm like, oh God, I got to get myself out of here. I'm in that much pain, but it hurt really bad for like a second. And then I'm like, okay, but then it's just like there's this kind of weird lingering and that's the thing that sucked about it, and that's what made it so hard, because I didn't get diagnosed until like 4 or 5 months later, because it's one of those things where you just keep thinking you're going to wake up and feel better, and I never did, and I kept like a moron, kept exercising and doing all these things, and it's just like it really is like the equivalent of like I was at 75%. Like it's not like you're not. And I don't know, let's just be honest, as dads, I feel like you were perpetually at best 80%.
I was about to say, like, we're probably at the age now where we're always feeling like in the realm of 80 to like 85% all the time.
Exactly. So it's only a little bit less than what I'm normally feeling, but then I'm like, oh, something's not. The funny thing was, man, I'll be really honest with you. I didn't do the research. I found a great doctor. Everything up until like me scheduling the surgery handled very well, like by me, in the sense of like doing the correct things. But then I think normally what happened, maybe not, maybe this is everybody, but for me, I then did no research on what they were going to do to me or what the surgery was or any of that. Right? Like I almost thought in my head like it was like getting a mole removed.
No.
Like and then you get in there and you're like, oh, like you start like having the realization.
If I didn't know any better, I would say somebody drugged you and cut you open and stole some of your organs to put on the market. Like it looked like they really got in there.
Yeah, it's not. That's the other thing too. And again, I think part of the problem is, again, it's the whole hernia thing. Everyone's like, oh, I've had a hernia. And so like with a typical hernia, what they can do is they can do these like microsurgeries where it's like literally like it's like a tiny, like they have these robots that do it. That I don't think that's how it works with this thing, because I have 4-inch. I joked that it was my C-section. Like I had a freaking, of course, and also by the way, you're not going to get any empathy from the females being like, by the way, I kind of had a C-section too. I've used that a couple times. A, doesn't get a laugh from them, and B, you kind of get a, yeah, all right.
So
all right,
she didn't make you like soup or anything? You're like, babe, my tummy hurts. And she didn't get you any soup or anything?
Well, that's the other fun part. So my mother, upon hearing about this surgery, love you, Sue, she was like, oh, well, I don't know. Like, 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 I don't know. she booked a one-way flight up here and stayed for 10 days to take care of me, which is very, very thoughtful and honestly necessary.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah, you know, that's it's your mother for 10 days.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a lot.
Yeah.
But she was great, and I needed her, and it was very helpful. But
when mommy's boy's hurt, mommy's coming to the rescue.
When mommy's boy is hurt. But yeah, man. I mean, like, yeah, dude. It yeah, but it's just weird because then you can't like lift. Like, you're not supposed to lift more than like 10 pounds, and with a toddler, dude, like that's all you're doing.
I'm curious, is Trey, is he kind of a heavy?
No, he's pretty light. He doesn't. Yeah, he's pretty light. So that wasn't. I mean, the problem is, again, it's just like you can't move more than 30 pounds. So like, you know, that's the issue. So yeah, Sue came to the rescue. She, you know, not all heroes wear capes, and my mom helped out. Thing is, also the recovery takes a long time. Like I'm still not supposed to be like. I'm not going to be 100% probably for another like 2 or 3 months. I don't think I'm supposed to like lift more than like, I think I can lift like 30 pounds now, but like I'm really supposed to take that even pretty easy for a while. So I finally started exercising again, like last week, very light, but like it's tough, man. I mean, it's a real deal. So I needless to say, I'm going
senior aquatics workout. Just say,
dude, that's what it's gonna be. Me and the old. I'm telling you, man.
Sit next to Gertrude and Estelle, sitting between them and talk. Just be a couple gabbing gals and do your workouts.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Swimming is really hard. Like swimming is like, oh my gosh.
You know, in it's either 2012 or 2013, maybe even 2014. Yeah, they have the Olympics, the Summer Olympics, and that's the year that Michael Phelps, just like the whole USA swim team, went off. And Jordan and I lived in an apartment with a really big pool that had like laps. And it inspired me to swim, and I gave that up after like a week. I was like, you're right. It makes you feel nauseous after doing a couple laps.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something, Will.
Tell me, baby.
I'm going to... Listen. I'm never going to pull any punches on my athleticism or lack of athleticism. I will tell you. Terrible hand-eye coordination. I can't dribble with my left hand. Terrible basketball. I can't catch. Like, I really can't. I have terrible hands. But I think I'm a pretty good swimmer.
You got a mean breaststroke?
I think I got a pretty good breaststroke.
Yeah.
Right. You know what? But you know what I struggle with? I can't do the flippy thing. You know how like if you're going
I mean,
and you're really feeling good about
you get water in your nose. Your swim trunks kind of slide off a little bit.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible,
man. But yeah, man. I mean that whole swimming thing. So I can start rehabbing that way too. Once I might start swimming again from a rehab perspective. But yeah, I mean it was brutal, dude. It's been brutal. It's a yeah. I've had like it's weird, man. Like have you been in the hospital since you've been an adult? Like outside of birth, like your wife and stuff. Have you been to the hospital?
Yeah, for a few things, mainly like routine, you know, like, I've had to have a couple MRIs for a few things, but like, I haven't in maybe 2 or 3 years, but I genuinely hate being at the hospital very much.
Dude.
Mainly because I know I'm going to have to spend a lot of money for that stupid thing that I just had happen at the hospital. Yeah. So.
Oh, of course. They're robbing you. You know the problem is, you know what I've learned? Like, the hospital is like a what is it? A dinner mystery theater. You know how like you can do those things where like there's a mystery that you're trying to solve, but like, A, it's not fun.
No.
And B, it's your health. And but like in my head, I always thought like the doctors would come in and like they'd be like, here's what we're doing. Here's what we think it is. This is what you can do to prevent. And you're like, like those are all reasonable expectations, right? To be like, this is what we think we have. This is what. That's not what you get. You never know when the doctor that actually knows something is going to show up. Like you have no clue. And oftentimes
I see
like,
what you're saying, right?
It's oftentimes it's like when you're waking up. So it's like, oh great. This is the only 10 minutes I'm going to see you today. Like, is this a good time to talk? No, it's not. And guess what? You never reached out to me to tell me when we were going to talk. So that's a problem. Right. Like, in no profession can you do that, where you just are like, hey, like, just like hanging over your head. Hey, you ready to talk about, the most important thing in the world, your health right now? No, I'm not, because I just woke up. Anyway, I've had to become like assertive, like guy where like they're like making faces at me because I'm like, because I'll have to be like, I swear I've become that guy where people come in and I'm like, no, oh no, like I don't know why you're here. Like you have to like explain. Like I'm sorry, you can't just come in here and do something and leave. You have to like, why are we here? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Like that, but it's a reason. It's such a, and then they're like, oh, well, this guy wants to know why I came in here.
Going back to what you said, though, it is your health. You should be curious about what's going on. Yeah, of course.
If you are not asking them questions and being like, why are we doing this? What are you doing? What are your thoughts? Like, they're not going to tell you. They're not obligated. Again, I think how they look at it is like, my job is to keep this person alive. Now, I'm going to do my job and they're going to do their job, but I don't necessarily have to tell them why I'm doing it or like, like I don't need to fill in the gaps. I need them to fill in the gaps. And honestly, like we should all want them to fill in the gaps because ultimately if you know as much as you can about your health, ideally you can prevent it moving forward or like have an idea of like, like what you can do to help yourself, help others, whatever, right?
Not to mention, there's a good chance that if a doctor comes in and does something, it's costing you a couple $100 for each thing they do. Oh. So you should probably get your money's worth.
I mean, if you're going to the $100 hospital, that's a great hospital, man, because that is the that is the I don't even know. That's the Trader Joe's of hospitals right there, brother. But because it is pricey stuff.
What's still baffles me is the amount of money that they make, and they still give you a dress that's cut all the way from your neck to your butt crack. Mm-hmm. How is that? Why? Why do we still have that dress? Why
I agree. They should have
on the back end. How many times has the doctor had to go in and work on the back side of you? Like
that's true.
I don't understand that dress.
I don't understand to your point. If I'm coming out of here and I'm paying you guys $2,000, why can't we get some like Lululemon, like you know what I mean? Some like nice, like they stretch. I'm like, I can wear this afterwards. Why not? And people be like, it could be a great thing. Where'd you get that great outfit?
Keep it, yeah.
Where'd you get that outfit? Oh, I actually went to the hospital. Oh, which hospital? They have that? That's great. Yeah. That's where I want to go to the hospital. If anything, it can be the draw of the hospital because you're getting these cool outfits coming out of them.
Brilliant. So, hey, Will, where'd you get those classy-looking slacks? Colonoscopy 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. They let me keep them because they're so comfortable. Mm-hmm. And there's a zipper on the back. What if that had a zipper on the back so they could just go in and do the work? Just like there's a zipper on the front and on the back.
It's perfect. I never have to take off my pants.
Exactly. You could keep the pants on the whole time. I mean, really, you're the amount of time you would save.
Oh,
Incredible.
man.
The efficiency gained. My gosh. Yeah, I think we could save. I think we could save healthcare. That's what they
I
need
think
to
we
do.
did.
They just send
Well, at
us.
least we made it more palatable.
Mm-hmm.
That's
What else
a
is
good
going
lesson.
on? Yeah, there you go. See, we got some lessons here. What else is going on, Will?
Well, I kind of want to circle it back to you were talking about having to have equipment and gear for sports stuff, right? And it made me think about this crazy phenomenon that is happening in baseball, okay?
Mm,
That I've noticed, okay?
okay.
Growing up when we were younger, like elementary, middle school, if you go and watch old footage of baseball players, you notice one of the trends was they wore very tight pants, right? Very tight
Oh, of course.
pants in the 80s and 90s were super tight. And also you would notice they had distractingly large, you know, garbage, nether regions. They're
Wait, wait. Hold on. Are you
no,
making
listen,
the
keep
assumption that
listening.
in the '90s they had larger dongs?
No. I'm going somewhere with this. And it's because if you didn't know, you'd be like, what is happening now? That's distracting. And it's a cup, right?
Sure.
Right? Baseball players don't wear cups anymore. Like that's
What?
a growing up. Oh no. I never even wore one in college. Like they kind of went away around the time we were in college. Because if you start noticing a progression in the like mid late 2000s, you're like, oh, like shortstop and third baseman don't wear cups. It's almost like they trust their glove. Like they're not worried about getting hit in the garbage. They got their glove. And I think that is funny because growing up, I remember every coach I ever had in elementary school was like, "You got to protect yourself. You got to get that. You got to get that cup on." And
I'm sorry. I don't understand what happened. Like, I think that says a lot about humanity that, or something, that in that time we went from like really being like, hey, this is going to be a problem if you get hit
it,
here, to, you know what? Your choice, bud. Whatever. Like, what? Like, what the heck are we doing here?
did wrestling? Didn't they wear cups in wrestling at one point?
No,
Oh, they
no,
didn't.
you
Okay,
couldn't.
okay.
No, and that makes
I
sense
mean,
because
that's
you would get that thing would impale you if you were wrestling. I think. Like I could
if
see you
you
being able
got
to wear a
grabbed in
jock.
the if you got grabbed in the no. I mean, is that a legal move? Can you?
No one's. I mean, you're not grab. I mean, you're not grabbing. I think they would get you disqualified if you were grabbing in the no or grabbing that kind of stuff. Now you're doing a lot of. I will say, accidentally, you're doing a lot of butt grabbing. You're not meaning to. A lot of.
I mean, sure.
I'll tell you
I mean,
what.
there's a lot of
It's
I mean, wrestling is a very aggressive form of cuddling if you think about it.
it it is also. I'm telling you, there's nothing that quite smells as bad as a wrestling tournament. Like there are like few things worse in this world than a gymnasium with a bunch of like adolescent boys going through puberty. In the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma, in Mounds, Oklahoma. Let me tell you, there's few smells that are worse than that. Because it was like, and also I'll tell you what, there was also like it was like humid. You would like walk in the gyms, it would smell, and there was like humidity of like boy sweat. It just smelled like butt and sweat. You're like, and then you're like, there's mothers in here. Why are there mothers in here? They're like, we shouldn't let women in here. Like, this is like inappropriate
plug
for
in a
everyone.
Glade or something.
What they had a giant Glade. Like, they're like, bring out the Glade. It's like literally like a 3-foot Glade that they plug in.
Isn't it funny though? It is funny, like when wrestlers get stuck in a very intimate position, and you're like,
Ooh.
don't you think both of them? There should be a rule if you're in a position that makes you feel uncomfortable, there should be a safe word and go, let's reset this.
Yeah. Well, I think they do try every once in a while, but it is I'll tell you, man, that is a brutal sport, dude. That is a
For sure. JC Crum, as a kid, I knew you as a kid. What an interesting sport to get into. How did you get into that? Because knowing who you are, I mean, you were a good cross country guy. I could easily see how you would come up with the idea to do cross country, and you were very good at it. But like wrestling, how did you come up with that one?
Oh, you know what it was? I liked it. I always I it sounds weird, but like I don't know, like in elementary school, like I swear, me and my friends in elementary school would do was like wrestle around. It was so much fun. Like that's what we would, like that's what we'd get bored. We get bored in between like playing like Super Mario on Super Nintendo. It's like, all right, let's go wrestle. And we do that for like 30 minutes, and then we go back to playing Super Nintendo. And that's all we did. Yeah. So I usually was pretty good at it. Like I was pretty decent at it. So I was like, you know what? Like, because it's, to be honest with you,
you got a sports hernia.
Yeah, gosh, I got a sports hernia. No, I quit because Metro didn't have a program.
Oh.
And it was just too hard. It was like, and honestly, like I didn't like the idea of like, oh, hey, if you go to a tournament, like you got to be there all day. It's like your whole weekend. And this is something that, I think that we got to start taking into consideration, Will, with our children. You've seen Division I. Whenever you're like in high school and you're playing against somebody who like is like a Division I athlete,
mm-hmm.
like it's such a stark contrast from like everybody else. Like it's it doesn't matter if they played, it's not the difference of like, well, he played AAU ball. It's like, no, that kid was going to be so much better than you, or already was so much better. Like that shouldn't be that. And I think that's sort of the lie that is sold to some of these parents is like, well, if you want them to be really good, they have to do this. It's like, no, I think honestly, if they have that talent, more times than not, like, either they're going to want to work, they're going to need to love it and unlock that, and or they just have it. It's one of those two things. You're not going to will that thing out of them.
It's interesting you say that. The team that I played on in college was NAIA, right?
Yeah.
And after I left, they became really good. Like last year, they were ranked like 5th in the country in NAIA. They've been really good since I left. 1 year, and they would play like the coach would just like schedule games sometimes with D1 teams. So like 1 year, I got to play OSU, and we got our butts kicked, right?
Sure.
When they were good, 1 year they were ranked like number 2 in the country in NAIA, and they played Oklahoma State again, who was ranked like they weren't even ranked. They weren't good, and OSU still beat my team that was ranked number 2, like 5-2. Sure. So to your point, like the best of like the lower end teams still don't compare. Like they still don't really compare to Division I. Like you're right. Like there is kind of a look where you're like, there's a difference here. I loved sports growing up. I'm not really gonna force my kid to play sports just like you, unless they really love it. But I gotta wonder the kids who go D1. What is the percentage of kids who like have natural raw talent and a natural pull to be competitive and to play that sport versus a parent manufactured player? Which
I don't think. Hold on, real quick. I gotta check something.
He's going to check on that gross little grimace scar. That's what he's doing.
What if I checked on the question? I came back with that'd be awesome. What if Google was not like a digital thing? It was something you had to like actually physically leave to go check on, or like go do. You're like, let me Google that. And you had to like actually go somewhere to Google it. You're like, I got the answer. It's like a guy named Google or something. He's like, hey, I'll tell you what.
I mean, well, hey, do you remember the days when to check the temperature you would call time and temp to check the temperature and the
I
time?
love time and temp.
I did too.
love time and temp.
I
It
would
was
call
great.
it just if I was feeling lonely.
You know, it's funny. We should bring time and temp back.
I mean, in the age of the iPhone, like, what's the point?
Because I'll tell you, you know why? Because maybe it would help. Because you know what? But the problem is with the iPhone, it always gives you the freaking temperature of where their freaking West Coast headquarters are. It screws me up for the day. What's that place called? Like Copa. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
There's that. Okay, hold on.
It just gave me a great idea. Instead of time and temp, what if we started a company where you could just be there to talk to someone?
Cupertino is the biggest BS.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm telling you what, you can't believe how many times I have misjudged the temperature because that is the first thing that pops up when I'm looking for weather. Right? I had no idea. I thought you were stuck with it.
JC, you can delete that. You can tailor your cities.
I have literally had.
I thought it was always there on your phone this whole time.
I have had like 6 or 7 iPhones throughout my lifetime, and they've all. The Cupertino it's like a ghost haunting me, where it's always been there. Like I've been able to figure out how to put other cities in, but I didn't know how to delete. I didn't think I could delete Cupertino. I thought it was always there.
JC, so you have multiple cities for the weather, and you have like 3,000 alarms. You're insane.
I'm a phone man. My Carol Ann, like I swear to like, if Carol Ann ever is like, JC, we're separating, and I'd be like, oh, that's it'd be awful. But I guarantee you, because like there's a whole court, like no one separates easily. It's like a court thing. You have to go to court. There's this whole thing. I guarantee you, one of the justifications in there will be like in one of the things that probably like gets
iPhone
me in trouble.
Skills are horrendous.
They'll be like, I would like to. The court would like to see JC's phone organization, and they will bring it to the judge, and the judge would like be like, I've seen enough. Like the judge would like see some things, and they'd be like, I'm sickened by this phone. There's no organization to this phone at all. What do you mean? And I'm like, oh no, I get the Gmail by going here, and then I scroll over here, and then it's over here. It would sicken people. I think the ultimate flex is like where I would want to have like, this is where I want to get to like a success level if it could ever happen. No iPhone.
I almost bought a simple phone, they call it a dumb phone. I came this close to buying one because I'm like, yeah, I'm with you, brother. I miss the days of no iPhone. Ed Sheeran says he doesn't have a cell phone. And I'm like, he must be in Nirvana all the time. Having no cell phone, really? That's awesome.
It's incredible. I'm sure it's just like it's weird. It's become a power. It's like the ultimate power statement.
It is.
It's funny because there's these commercials where they're like, look at this new shiny. It's like, no. The ultimate statement is like, I don't have to have that phone. I don't care enough. Like, the only way you can get a hold of me is if you know my number, and like,
I love that.
I might pick up. I might not. Who knows? I can't even get on text chains. Who cares? Like, that's how hard it is to get a hold of me.
Mm-hmm. The 2 power moves we've established here on Dude Podcast. If you take nothing from this episode, not wearing a cup in baseball became an ultimate power move, and now having no iPhone, having no phone.
So I actually, we never really covered off on this. Why why did they go from it to not? Like, I still don't understand that.
Because I think because they're hysterically distracting, and I don't know if you've ever worn a cup. They are not comfortable. It's have you worn a cup? It makes you feel like
no, I never have.
Cartoon
I've never been in a sport where a cup was required.
There's nothing quite like, in high school we had to wear them, and I caught in high school, so I wore one. But in between innings, like when I would bat, I would take it out because I'm like, it felt silly to, even as a high schooler, I'm like, I'm a high schooler and I'm walking around with like, with literally like a massive like lump in my crotch. Just like, it looks insane. And it's just
it's like David Bowie in The Labyrinth. If you've ever seen that movie,
yeah.
you ever see that? You ever see what he's got? Like that's the weird. It's like a children's movie, and then all of a sudden they'll show like clips where like I don't, for whatever reason, like where it's like you see all of David Bowie, and again you're just like, oh my god, what? How did they not cut this out of the film? Or like whoever was directing that should have been like, all right, we can only film David from above the waist here. We got a problem.
It really is absurd seeing it. It's just like, it's not a good look. I think it was a fashionable thing, but also I think it is a baller move because it looks stupid. But I think it's a baller move too to say like, I don't need a cup. I got a glove.
But you know what also is a baller move? Keeping your balls. That's a baller. That's literally a baller move. It's like keeping them intact.
You know what? You know what's crazy? I don't even think catchers nowadays wear cups.
Like, what are they trying to do?
I just think it's just kind of like maneuver. It's just kind of like, if there are men out there who walk in tight ropes, like way in the air, I think a man catching a baseball with a glove can be just fine.
Well, there's I'm sorry, that analogy is terrible.
No, it's not.
There's like yes.
Here's the thing.
Because here's why. No.
If you're walking a tightrope between two buildings and you can literally plummet to your death and you can still survive, I think the magnitude of that from going to a cup, it's kind of like,
this is the worst. That's the worst example I've ever heard. First of all, there's like 25 people in the world that walk on tightropes in between buildings. And there's like literally millions of kids that play baseball any given year. So immediately, it's not apples to apples right there. Okay. Secondly, I think you just made the statement. If there's people who walk on tightropes and they fall and they can't, did you say like they don't fall? They do fall to their death. They're dead. If they fall, they're dead.
Oh, yeah, but you don't hear about that. You hear about the success stories, man. When I'm
they
talking
die.
about
They're dead. I had my first like height-based panic attack. I've never had one. It was wild.
Was it cool?
No.
Was it
not. No, it was awful. We went.
Can I guess what you had a panic attack about?
Well, it was height related.
It was what?
So it was heights related.
Oh, heights related. Okay.
Yeah.
You were you got.
What are you gonna get?
You got
a weird game.
You got stuck in an elevator, a glass elevator.
No.
Like the Radisson, or what's the name of the hotel that does the elevator on the outside, and you can look into the lobby. They went to the fountains. Those to the fountains.
Those are the fountains too. That would have been cool. No, there was this like the revolution, the colonial revolution. There was like this tower that was erected on a big hill. And it was used as like a lookout for, for the American troops. That one didn't make it, right? So somebody went in there in like 1930 and kind of built something similar. And it's still standing today. So this thing's almost 100 years old. and it's this giant. It's a tower on top of a kind of like a low, like we don't have mountain. Well, we do have mountains in Pennsylvania, but like this isn't a mountain, but it's a pretty big hill. It's right on top, and how it works is you get to the top of it, and they've kind of caged you in so you can't fall off, but like the wind is really strong, and like it's kind of like you're kind of exposed, and you can see everything for like miles around you, and the wind was so strong, Will, that I like had a full blown like I can't be up here. Like I was like feeling like this thing's gonna collapse. I'm gonna die. My son was happy as can be. He was having a blast. I had like a full blown like my knees were going. I did not expect it either. That was the other thing. Like I got up there and I was like, oh, I'm having a hard time. Like it was really weird. I had to like tell Caroline, like, I gotta get out of here. Like I gotta get down. Like I'm having like I can't. Like I was shaking. It was really weird.
I don't blame you. You know, and that, I mean, that makes me think like hot air balloons. Like,
oh no, I never.
How stupid is a hot? Let's dissect that real quick. You're sitting in a You're sitting in a wicker basket with a balloon attached to it that's firing, like it has fire going into that big old balloon, right? More or less. And you're up in the sky. What a really stupid way to travel. That's a man's worst invention right there.
I mean, yeah.
Can you imagine how old you would be?
Hold on.
JC's checking on his grimace. Oh, he's checking on his grimace scar again.
What are you doing?
See, he's talking to it.
I heard my little dog. My little dog got out here. I heard him barking. I don't know what he's doing.
Your grimace
scar? I don't know how he got out here. Hold on, I gotta see what he's doing out here.
Hello. Welcome to Will's ASMR. Today we're going to talk about hot air balloons. You sit in a little basket and you fly into the sky.
Yeah, no, I don't. It would. How much money would it take for you to go in a hot air balloon?
Well,
I have a number. I have a number.
I think, honestly, I don't have a massive fear of heights, so maybe like $100. But to me, it's just the contraption of it all is really dumb. Because you're not going fast. Worst case
I think it would cost a significant amount of money for me to go. Because all I would want to do is get down. Like, all I would want.
I think I could enjoy it, but it's still stupid.
I think the only way I could enjoy it is by like being relatively low to the ground. Like I would have to be like 50 feet at any given time, which isn't. I mean, they go really high up there.
Kind of sad.
You forget how high they get up there. Like you ever see that where you're like, oh, I can barely see them. They're like a dot.
But I mean, what a way to go! If you're gonna die that way, I mean. Dropping from the sky.
That would be terrible. It's just like throwing an egg. It's like an egg drop. Like you're the egg drop.
I don't know, man. I think there's worse ways to die.
There's definitely worse way to die. But like, it's also not. But I don't think it's like the preferred. The preferred is like peacefully in your sleep around the people you love. I would not say like. Right under that is hot air balloon just dropping.
Let me give you a scenario: death by sports hernia or hot air balloon.
Am I dying from the injury that it causes somehow? Like, oh no!
Yeah, I still don't really understand the sports hernia, even though you explained it. But I'm just in the scenario: you death by sports hernia.
I think it was sports hernia. My
Let
God.
me tell you something. If you're doing sports hernia, I promise you, as you're dying from your sports hernia, you're gonna go, I should have chose the hot air balloon.
I should have chose the hot air. Golly,
So,
yeah.
but here's my question. What do you think? I mean, if somebody traveled from, say, like the UK to America on hot air balloon, I mean, that's a rough journey.
There's no way you're making it. You're like,
That's a rough journey. Let's hope they pack some snacks. Let's hope they brought their iPod.
because he was like, I am going by hot air balloon to America. I can't wait. Luckily, I've brought some snacks. That's like the worst. Golly, can you imagine? What a terrible trip. Oh, man. What is the furthest anybody's traveled on a hot air balloon? We have to look this up.
Great question.
What is the
We gotta look
furthest traveled?
Well, I mean, what a rough journey.
Let's see here. Oh my God! This is crazy!
You gotta read it out.
The furthest distance traveled in a hot air balloon is 29,000 miles by Bertrand Piccard and Brian Jones. Now this was
men in the same wicker basket for that long.
Now, I think this was like this was in 1999. So this was a fancy. This is not your typical hot air balloon. Let me see,
so it had like a
hot
jet
air balloon.
attached to it.
Maybe. I'm gonna put this caveat: hot air balloon back in the day, and see what pops up. That's how we go way back in the day.
Well, here's another question. You know how some people get lost at sea, like they just end up getting lost in the vast ocean. Do you think somebody's gotten lost in hot air balloon, like in the vast sky?
Oh yeah, dude! Hot air balloons have been around forever.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, they're old.
Man, so people have been doing this for thousands of years. This is crazy.
Terrible means of transportation.
People must have just...
Dude, we should start an Uber hot air balloon company.
You're sitting there like trying, where the heck are they? You're looking for your ride on your app.
Oh shoot! I chose the hot air balloon pool.
Oh man!
Dang it!
You're looking. You're like, oh, I think that's. Oh wait, that's not. It's not red. It's not a red. Oh, this one is a smiley. It's a smiley face hot air balloon. I gotta look for the smiley. That'd be
Imagine
awful.
like being
you have to
drunk
wait
and calling
to
a
wait
hot
for
air
them
balloon.
to try to land wherever. God, that'd be awful. Yeah, I was, man, I think that we need to do like a history on like that and the blimp and see.
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement with you. That's speaking of blimp, Indiana Jones. That was a means of travel. Isn't that crazy?
That is
what
true.
A wild
way
to travel.
Well, I think the problem was I think the Hindenburg. Which we could dive into in more depth. I think the Hindenburg, which looks to be, I've only seen because I think it was like 1910 or I don't know when that happened, 1800. It was a long time ago. But the what are you barking at? The the hand drawings of it happening in real time.
Isn't that the
whatever? I guess
the humanity. Isn't that where that quote comes from?
I think so. I think the Hindenburg. It sounds like it was a pretty rough go.
Man, I mean, again, what a way to go.
I mean, if you could say that, I mean, who knows? That'd be pretty cool to trace your lineage back to someone who died on the Hindenburg. You're like,
I'd rather have that than the Titanic.
Agreed. Hindenburg, by the way, needs a. We don't have a Hindenburg movie yet. We need to have a Hindenburg movie.
I think that's a good idea. That's true. You and me, we should do that.
We should
and
write
Napoleon Dynamite
movie.
Style. We were talking about we need more of those.
it just blows up in the end, and it's like everyone died, blew up. But we make it light. We make it light and enjoyable.
We'll make it a light. And
all right. Well, we've been talking way too long. Poor Parker's got to cut all this down.
I know.
Hopefully, duties. We got you something worth thinking about. You know what? Look up the Hindenburg. If you want to help us write the Hindenburg movie, it could be a musical. Who knows?
Ooh, yeah.
Hindenburg the musical.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Next episodes: history of hot air balloons and history of the cup.
We'll do some we'll do some research, and then me and Will also will keep doing our trying to get on SNL endeavor. I know that we haven't grabbed it by the horns yet, but after this weekend, I'm diving completely in. So
It's true. Yeah.
All right, duties. Have a wonderful week. We love you, and again, just keep listening, keep subscribing, all that good stuff. See you
guys. Have a great week.
Bye.